Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. You are tuned in to Misha Talks, because that's all I do, man. I talk Jesus all day, day. Don't know where that came from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you doing? I'm joking. Please subscribe. Please hit the notification bell. Do the things. Be a part of the notification squad so that when I'm pushing out a Misha Talks, you are the first to be there. Also, share it with your friends, man. Don't be like that. Don't want to hear the good news of the Lord alone. Share it. So, Exodus chapter 2. We see that obviously Moses gets born, he grows up, his mother and father put him in his mother puts him in a basket and then send him down the Nile River, because in that time the Egyptian Pharaoh was killing every single Hebrew boy that was born in order to kill the plan of God, because God is great, God is good, can't nobody stop his plans. Obviously, God saves Moses in that the Pharaoh's daughter finds Moses in the Nile River, right? And all of these amazing things happen. Yes. He grows up and he realizes that, I'm not an Egyptian prince, because he grew up as a prince. He grew up in the palace with Pharaoh's daughter and all of these amazing things. But he realizes, I'm not an Egyptian prince. I am a Hebrew at heart, right? I am a Hebrew and God has a calling on my life. God has called me to lead the nation of Israel out of bondage. But now the problem is, Moses kind of goes ahead of God. Like, he does the parts before God says it's time to do the parts. Listen to this. Right, so we're reading from Exodus chapter 2, and we're reading in from verse 11ish. Right, it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown that he went out to his brethren and looked at their burdens. Remember, he was sheltered, he was living in the Pharaoh's palace, so he didn't really understand what the Hebrews were going through and the slavery that they were experiencing. So it said that he finally goes out to see what they're going through, and he realizes, hi man, my people are suffering out here, my people are being exploited, my people are they are enslaved essentially. And he's like, I can't be living in Pharaoh's place being a Hebrew like them, but they are living, you know what I mean. So he went out there and he felt that sympathy, and he was just feeling the most, to the point where he got into a fight with an Egyptian guy, to the point where he killed him. Moses killed this Egyptian guy and buried him under the sand. And he was like, I hope no one saw that. I hope no one saw that. But later on, as the story unfolds, we see that Moses once again sees now two Hebrews fighting. Right? I wanna show you, the exact part where it says here. In verse 12, he looks that way and he looks that way, and when he saw no one, he killed the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. Right? He went out on the second day, and behold, two Hebrew men were fighting. And he said to the one who did the wrong, why are you striking your companion? Now Moses was feeling like I'm gonna lead these people, like I'm gonna be their Moses, even before he knew he was supposed to be their Moses type of vibe. So he's asking them and he's like, why are you doing this? Why are you striking your companion and all of that? And this guy turns around and he says, who are you to tell me that when you just killed an Egyptian guy? Ooh. He did that. But anyway, Moses gets shook. Right? This guy says in verse 14, who made you a prince and a judge over us? Ooh. Moses freaked out because he was like, I thought that was a secret. I thought no one knew that. Right? But it turns out these guys had actually seen it. Anyway, to cut a long story short, Moses freaks out because in his mind, right, he thought he was doing what God had called him to do. And essentially he was to be a judge and a ruler over the Israelites and lead them out of Egypt. But the thing is, he did it before God told him it was time to do it. That is why these guys responded the way that they did. He went to a place called Midian to go live with the Midianites. God gave him a wife. But ultimately he spent 40 years in this place called Midian, right? And the reason I want to highlight that specifically is because we like this thing of God, use me, God, me, I want to be used of you, God, this, that, God, that, do this, do that. But we don't want the part where God is separating us from what we know for 40 years, because he knows that Moses grew up as a prince of Egypt. So his mind has an Egyptian systematic situation going. right? And Moses immediately wanted to become the ruler. He immediately wanted to become the leader and the deliverer of the Israelites. But God knew that with the mindset of Egypt, he wasn't going to be able to do that accurately. So God decides, you know what, I need to separate you from Egypt for a good 40 years so that I can remove all of those systematic thinking, so I can remove everything that Egypt has taught you is right and reinstill my precepts and my laws. Look where God puts Moses, right? Moses goes to Midian and he sits by a well and whatever, and he's tired, he's been running, he's on the run, and he encounters these young women, right, who are daughters of the priest of Midian. And he helps them, and then the daughter goes back and she's like, Dad, we went quickly because this guy from Egypt, this Egyptian guy helped us, blah, blah, blah. And the dad's like, bring him in the house, let him come eat with us, he can even stay with us. And later on we find that Moses actually married one of the women, that he was helping, who are the daughters of the priest. Look at God. God literally moved him from a world mindset, because remember, Egypt is a picture and it's a symbol of the world, right? Devil influence and just all of these bad things that are against the will of God. God removed Moses from Egypt and put him in Midian. Not just in Midian, he put Moses in the priest's house, because God had to reinstall godly understanding and godly precepts. Moses had to be realigned and recalibrated to the things of God. And the only way God could do that was if he put him in the house of a priest. You see, now the problem is, y'all want to be used by God, but you guys don't want to live in the house of a priest. You don't want to go to church. You don't want to commit to going to church every Sunday, every time there's a midweek service, to cell group. You don't want to attend Bible study. You don't want God to recalibrate you and renew your mind, because you like Egypt. You like the world, but you still want God to use you. Come on, guys. If we're saying this year, this decade, we want God to do the most through us, we need to be willing to let God first clean the most that the world has programmed into us. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I just wanted to share that. Quick, fast one. I hope you enjoyed it. No, I don't. I hope you learned something above all, and that you allow God to do what he needs to do through you. And you need to commit yourself to however long. Allow God to just fix you, man, because we're messed up. We're exposed to so many things, and we allow so many things to influence our decision making and everything, that we want to filter that into the work of God, and it doesn't work like that, right? Anyway, I love you so much. And I hope this word encourages you. I hope this word redirects you. And I hope this word makes you understand also where God is trying to go with you. Love you guys. Goodbye.